Braden Point had 2 goals at Utah on Saturday. Starts up to Kucherov on the backhander, and Vamilka makes the save on the 101 points man.
He's helped Cirelli kind of relax in the scoring zone this year. Kucherov helps in those kind of details and tells him what he thinks.
And he dishes that one off to Gensel. Good save there by Vamilka. Rebound gathered up by McDonough. He'll work it into the corner. 4 points. Back to McDonough. Walks the line. Feeds it down for Kucherov. Open net. Scores! Jay Gensel tucks home a backhander, and the Lightning strike quickly. Just 90 seconds into the game.
This is one of the things they do so well. You're really stretching defenders out now. You're chasing the game. Out to the point, the diagonal pass. It's not hard to find Kucherov. He's usually in the same spot, but you could have driven a truck down there in between the defenders of Utah trying to figure out what's coming next. And when you start trying to react to the passes that the Lightning make.
Back to the line, Mata works it across, another long wrister, and it's caught and held by Vasilevsky. Nick Schmaltz, who also had a 3-point game against the Lightning on Saturday. He gathers the puck again, turnaround shot, saved by Vasilevsky.
Always so dependable, whether he's on the wing or at center ice. Paul's really good.
And there he is with the steal, got it to Hagel. Hagel backs it up along the sideboards. Gets it up top. Moser dishes off. Here's Cirelli with a shot. Scores! Victor Hedman with a snapshot that gets through Vamilka. And it's 2-0 Tampa Bay.
He's a right-handed catching goaltender. You don't have many of those in the NHL. Victor Hedman, who's been really aggressive, as the whole defense corps has. They had 7 points last game against the Pittsburgh Penguins as a group. And this one, yeah, a bit of a screen for sure, so maybe we'll let him off the hook a little bit. Might get a better look here. Nick Paul, yeah, okay.
And it was kick-started in the game against Utah. McBain up the ice, and he couldn't turn and get a shot before he was cut off there by Hedman. Sergachev, his drive, ends up with a teammate there, Krause, and save made by Vasilevsky. Puck goes into the crowd. Always a great moment when they have that tribute video. Oh, here's a chance, and a save by Vamilka on Nikita Kucherov.
He's the only one that came over and played junior over here in North America, and so he was able to adapt, I think, a little bit quicker. Super intelligent kid.
Shot tipped wide of the Lightning net. Up the ice comes Radish. Puts it wide. Bjorkstrand to the net. Tipped by Radish. Intercepted at center. It's Points dropping it off. There's the shot that reached the net, and Vamilka had it just hit him. Rink wide he goes. Carcone is stick checked, and it's picked up by Points. Stenlund takes that away, but following up with a shot is Gensel, and that is a good save there by Vamilka. Lifts that one out to center ice, and Yanni Gord to Perbix. Gonzalez towards the net, kick save by Vamilka. Gord flips it up ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez cuts back and lost the handle on the puck. In comes the forecheck. They dig it out back to Gonzalez. Good play there by Stenlund to take that away. Another drive goes off a leg. Ends up back with Lilleberg. Hits it. Scores! A shot from Lilleberg that was redirected in front of Vamilka. And it's going to be Gage. Gonzalez makes it 3-0.
Particularly lately, they're getting paid off with points. A shot like that, Lilleberg just getting it through. Nice job by Gonzalez. He's being covered, but not really. He's got his stick free. That means you have a chance to get something done. Utah was able to score on.
Lightning working up the ice right after that defensive zone draw. Here's Kucherov, backhander, scores! What a goal by Nikita Kucherov! And it is 4-0 Lightning.
You got to credit Braden Point here with this pass. This pass is so quick and so deceptive right here. Sergachev's going to come way across on him because he thinks he has support on Kucherov. But then watch this backhand too. There's Sergachev, comes across, that allows the hole for Kucherov. There are not many guys in the league who can get the puck on their backhand in this position and then know how to lift it into the top corner. Not just a spectacular play, how they prepare themselves, everything. That's what makes the difference in your career.
Here is Kesselring. He'll drop it back. Olimata. Here's a turnover and a chance right in front for Girgensons, and a save made by Stauber.
The Utah defenseman unnerved. Here's Olimata doing something you should never do. You don't want to be going backwards into your own zone.
He'll just lift this one out. Up and over the outstretched arm of Carconi right to Edmund. Edmund's got a goal tonight. Could beat the pole in tight.
And then put the puck on your backhand like that. Turnover. Fortunately for him, Girgensons didn't score.
So second power play of the night for the Lightning. They're 0 for 1. They had just one shot on their previous opportunity. Point is out there, sitting on 14 power play goals. And his next goal, Brian, is number 300. Points right out in the middle. There's a shot. Scores! Jay Gensel from a sharp angle squeezes one through Stauber, and it is 5-0.
Much early on in the year, and part of that I think is Gensel getting used to the power play that the Lightning want to run. He didn't walk off the end line and come into the middle of the ice very much, but boy has he done it a ton over the last month or so. And when you've got hands like that and you get a little bit of room, he banks that one in off the inside of the goaltender's stick.
And his great season continues as he's knocking on the door for 40. Cutting into the net there, that was Hayden, and he never got a shot away. Here comes Cirelli with numbers. Anthony Cirelli is in. His shot fought off by Stauber.
And that's why it wasn't lying flat, so another piece of bad luck there for Yanni Gourde trying to score.
In behind the net, center in front, they score! Oliver Bjorkstrand, and it is 6-0 Lightning.
Is when the play starts behind the net. And this is what happens to Stauber, but it's Utah just not good coverage. Really smart by Bjorkstrand. Yanni Gourde gets in there on the forecheck. This is what he loves to do. Hangs onto it, and then Bjorkstrand is just calm, and he stays back a little bit. He doesn't get attracted. And that was Kesselring who had walked into the slot area. I think they've got a piece of that one.
Cirelli cuts into the middle, gets to the pole, quick shot, hits the post. Nick Paul off the far bar. He's been relatively quiet. Point cuts back on Gunther. Flips it back to the line for Perbix, across to Hedman. Over here to Kucherov. His shot hits the near post. Rebound, batted in. Brandon Point with career goal number 300.
Good 2 or 3 games going now where he's back on the scoreboard on a regular basis. In this one, the puck's airborne, way up in the air. He waits for it to drop down low enough, and on the backhand, smacks that one in the back of the net. Yep, you know you're hot when that one's going in.
Keller was dumped. Gets right back in the play, drops it off the corner. Out in front for Schmaltz, saved by Vasilevsky. Now it's loose for Girgensons. Girgensons cut out by Kesselring. And Bjorkstrand cuts across the middle. Oliver Bjorkstrand scores! What a shot by Bjorkstrand! His second of the game, and it's 8-0 Lightning.
This is a terrific job here. Watch how he just zips it there. I mean, he's in the deep slot, not far inside the blue line. The little cutback, use the defenseman as a screen. You see him cock those wrists and get the puck right in the toe of the blade. Watch this. And it just flings it.
A dominant effort by the Tampa-Bay Lightning against the Utah Hockey Club. They're going to win this one 8-0. Nikita Kucherov with a 4-point game. He's up to 105 on the season.